Hi everyone, my name is Stormi the Folf, and approximately 2 weeks ago, I went to MFF, Midwest Furfest 2018. I don't know how, but MFF defied the laws of physics, science, managed to divide by zero, and ended up being even better than last year's convention. So many awesome things went down, minus the parts where I got lost, confused, and had an upset stomach, but those are just little things compared to what I got to experience. So join me on my journey on a day-by-day story of Midwest Furfest 2018. It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's 3 a.m. I am running on negative 6 hours of sleep or something. So now the Sandman's chasing after me, and we have got to leave in a hurry because it's like a 15-hour drive from here to Rosemont, Illinois. My roommates and I pitched in, and we all rented a van because it's more or less impossible to shove 3.5 fursuits, 4 people, and all of our clothes and food and water supplies into a 15-year-old compact car. Plus flying would have cost nearly 4 times as much, so yeah, not doing that. My old car felt so arthritic and slow compared to the new van we rented, which I think was a Chrysler Pacifica. Very Chrysler. Anyway, it was all high-tech and fancy, and it had like a little push-button start thingamabob, which to me is like really futuristic, even though it's not to most people. I've never fully driven a car with so many buttons, gadgets, and gizmos. The darn thing could probably drive itself, to be honest. So, we drive, and we drive, and drive, and drive, and drive. Stop for bathroom breaks, we get food, then we stop for gas, then we drive some more, then rinse, then repeat. Then get irritated because despite sitting in a comfortable vehicle, my butt goes to sleep, and you don't want that. Once we get close to Rosemont, this frozen white phenomenon starts falling from the sky. The ground is starting to turn white with a mysterious frozen liquid. Apparently it's called snow. Look, I'm from Mississippi. It never snows here, and we're more likely to encounter a Category 4 hurricane and tornadoes than see any kind of snowfall. I took a dozen pics and some videos like the excited dumb tourist that I was. Seriously, snow is so cool. No pun intended. It's cool until you have to work in it or shovel it, I mean. Yeah. Thursday, day 0. After getting some sleep, we wake up the next day to explore the con center. Someone gave me a beta butt badge. I met up with a ton of fans already, kept getting stopped every 2 seconds, and in the corner of my eye, I saw POCARI out of suit waving at me. I wasn't planning on seeing her until the next day or so, I froze up, and then I screamed, and then I ran, and then I tackle hugged her, and then I cried. Don't do that unless they know you really well and they trust you. Don't just go run up and tackle hug anyone. Anyway, I cried. I told her it was so awesome to finally meet her, and I don't remember the rest because I went full potato. It's also very hard for me to hear things in suit, and with so many people all in the same area, yeah, my brain went to mush, like mashed potatoes. After all of that, we went to Denny's because their biscuits are awesome, and then we went to go pick up our con badges. As you might expect from a big convention like MFF, the line was long. And it was really warm and stuffy. I know it's cold outside, but it had to have been at least 80 degrees in there. But such is the nature of having thousands of fleshy mounds in a confined space. That didn't sound morbid at all. Luckily, I brought some water with me because last time I waited in line for my con badge, I got lightheaded and dehydrated. I didn't know how long I was going to be there, so I brought 2 bottles of water with me. Even out of suit, you still need to stay hydrated. Long lines suck, but that is the unfortunate byproduct of a large furry convention, until they can start mailing out badges anyway. I don't know a lot about how conventions work yet, okay? My first goal for Friday was to meet up with POCARI Roo at her Friday meet in the fishbowl. I was a little late, but everyone was still there for the most part, and as you might expect, everyone in the area was trying to get photos with her. And she seemed so exhausted, which I can't really blame her, since this is her first American Furry Convention, which is something like, 16 times the size of Furdu. Poor POCARI. Anyway, POCARI, Kiba, and I exchanged lots of hugs and pictures, and then we went out for foods at Giordano's, which is just friggin' amazing. Everything on their menu is just it's that. We went back to the lobby, we goofed around with lots of people, got dozens of pictures with friends and fans. And sometime afterwards, I met up with one of my patrons by the name of Orus, who bestowed upon me this beautiful Kigu. As you can see here, I kind of knew this was going to happen, but I didn't want to spoil it for everyone. Orus commissioned me a Stormi Kigu / onesie from Windy Suits. So totally check out their Twitter page. I will link right here, and check out the other kind of awesome suits they made. But yeah, here's a picture of someone wearing my Kigu. I wonder who that is. Anyway, later that evening, a friend and a patron of mine known as Pyro said he had a gift for us. A big gift. A really, really big gift. Something he had been planning since earlier this year. I had absolutely no idea what was in store for Treble and I. So, I'm just gonna show you all a video. Yeah, out of nowhere, he pulls out an envelope with a lot of money. I collapsed. I cried a little bit. I cried even more when I got to the room. I couldn't talk for a good 5 minutes. Pyro, you can hang out with us anytime you want. Yeah, Pyro gave us a lot of money, like $1,000. Maybe some of y'all know from a while back that I said I was getting dental surgery done. That had to be pushed off once again because we had to move out of Gaucher. We've been mugged and threatened several times. People have blocked me in my driveway for just no reason, so I couldn't drive my car anywhere. Couldn't sleep for days because my neighbors are jerks. I'm pretty sure y'all know about that. We had to deal with pew, pew noises like every week. Pew, pew. They were a weekly occurrence, and if I go any further than this video will get age restricted. And yeah, ever since we moved, my health has dramatically improved, like tenfold, and Treble's feeling a lot better too. I feel like a big weight has been lifted off my chest ever since I got out of there. And I owe all of that to you, all of my supporters and patrons, and those who had helped for my dental surgery. Y'all got us out of there, and I love each and every single one of you. So thank you for that. But the money that Pyro donated will go exclusively towards my dental surgery. And once that's done, maybe I'll do a video face reveal. Maybe on a live stream. Maybe, sorta. I'm very self-conscious about my face and scared. But yeah, Pyro, if you're watching this, thank you so much for the $1,000. Anyway, around 11 p.m. or midnight, we hung out with POCARI at her room, and I found out she's absolutely friggin' hilarious, and so is Kiba. God almighty, this entire video is going to be about POCARI, isn't it? Nope, I can't allow that. It was adorable seeing her get so excited over things like the sirens outside. Apparently, sirens in America are much louder than what you hear elsewhere. We hung out for a bit, like until 3 in the morning. I tried Vegemite and died for a minute. Kiba shared some hilarious storytelling, and they bestowed upon us lots of Australian snacks and goodies that I promised right here. That way did not. Here they are. I'm gonna save for a special video. Saturday, walking to and from the hotel, which was Doubletree, is getting pretty tiring at this point. Now, some of you might be thinking, come on, don't be a wimp. And I'm like, boy, I sit at a computer like 60 hours a week. I'm out of shape. I'm also in fursuit. Fursuiting is my cardio, but that doesn't mean I'm in shape. And the hallway itself is known as the Toasty Boy. My next trip to MFF, I am gonna fight tooth and nail to get a room at the Hyatt. I swear to the potato gods. And if I can't get one, will somebody please let me room with you? I can pay in pizza. Anyway, my first plan for Saturday was attending Fairy Talks. I barely rehearsed any of my lines. I was working with Splatfinic, and because I have puppy paws, I couldn't hold my script cards. I also didn't get a lot of sleep. I couldn't memorize half my lines. And my performance was terrifically awful.
My name is Splat.
And I think I'm Stormi the Folf. I think I'm Stormi. I'm not sure. Help. I can't see. But regardless of that, it was still a blast meeting Kiwi Fox, Majira, Nos, Mark Sparks, Eagle and Red, Omnom, Splat, and so many other YouTuber personalities and fans. So around 4:30 or so, I set out to furry YouTuber meet I scheduled, and I got sick. It wasn't pre-con crud, it wasn't post-con crud, it was just regular, normal, everyday con crud. Maybe it was something I ate, so I got to the meet a little later than planned, and the fishbowl was pretty empty for some reason. Last year, the YouTuber meet went pretty smoothly, but this year, apparently the area got evacuated because it was too crowded. I wasn't there in time to see this all unfold and I can't read, but security got involved and it made a lot of people leave. I wasn't there to see this all unfold. This is something I'm gonna have to keep in mind for future meetups. Anyway, I arrived to my meet like an hour late, find several of my patrons just chilling around, found that furry YouTuber trash named Glitch, to get pictures together, and I unknowingly walked into a collab with Majira and Sherbert. I can't spoil it, but let's just say thick thighs are involved. I don't know when it'll get posted, but once I find out, I'll let y'all know. And then I met another one of my patrons, Tatanka, and he gave me a bag of potatoes. And inside of that bag of potatoes was 3 Ben Franklins. So anybody know what that means? Guess who nearly fainted again? I don't know why people keep going. Okay. I really don't. I'm not worthy. Travel and I aren't worthy. Like the previous donation, it's going towards the dental surgery because there's nothing cheap about dental surgery. Seriously, if you live in the United States, you know things like a simple extraction you have to pretty much pull out a loan for. Also, I was a dumb kid and I screwed up my teeth, so I'm paying the price. Or in this case, my supporters are, and I owe all of you my life. And it's Sunday. More like Saturday, am I right? Being the last day of the con, I was suited minimally, or just not at all because I was so exhausted and worn out. I said goodbye to a lot of my fans and friends and patrons. Got some pizza from Giordano's, which is just god tier. I really wish they would operate down here. I don't remember a lot from Sunday other than being a plate of depressing spaghetti because everyone was just starting to go home and I had to pack up. I did get to see Rage Hound and POCARI one last time though, and on Monday morning at 3 a.m. we packed up the van, running on negative 12 hours of sleep, so now the Sandman's really gonna come after me, and we set sail for good old boring Mississippi. But yeah, that was my Midwest Furfest 2018 adventure. There are probably a few things I'm leaving out, so if anyone there are probably a few things I'm leaving out, so if anyone who met me wants to remind my potato brain, just leave a comment. I wish I could have done more. A lot of the meets that were scheduled, including my own, ultimately fell apart because we underestimated how long it would take to walk to the fishbowl, how many times we would get stopped, especially in the Sky Bridge. Please don't stop anyone for pictures in the Sky Bridge at MFF. That happened to me several times, and I was trying to be nice to people, like, look, we have a line behind me, and if we stop, all these people are gonna have my head. So yeah, and it just felt like there was never enough time to get anything done at MFF. There was so much I wanted to do, but I spent so much of that time walking back and forth to my room, which felt like it was 10 miles away. So much to do, never enough time to make it happen. It was fun, but at the same time, one heck of a learning experience. Yeah, that's it for this week's video. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know your experience at MFF, let me know if you met up with me, and of course subscribe, ring the little bell, and share it with the other furry friendos. I've got a ton of awesome videos in the works as I resume my normal video schedule, but yeah, stay tuned. I will see you all next time. Bye bye!